everybody, welcome back to Royal Tarot Readings. This is my fun channel that I do for tarot readings on the royal family. All information presented in this video is for fun and entertainment purposes only. It's fun. It's tarot. I'm just a gal with cards. Alright, so just a quick heads up. This may be a long reading, which you probably already know if you clicked on it. Today I would like to look at Catherine, Princess of Wales. Her birthday is January 9th, coming up here. My daughter's is January 8th. Isn't that funny? I have so many close relatives or relations where they share birthdays with the royal family. It's so cool. Anyway, so I would like to do a birthday reading for her. This is different than a 2024 projection, where with a birthday reading, it tends to more match the houses of a natal chart. So with that in mind, just a quick little preamble here. I took a look at Catherine's birth chart, her natal birth chart, and very, very interesting. Now, I took a look at both Catherine's natal chart and took a quick glance at Meghan's natal chart. And Catherine has a 20-degree Leo ascendant. And Meghan Markle's sun is 11 degrees Leo. And her ascendant is 24 degrees Cancer. That puts Meghan's sun and ascendant in Catherine's 12th house. Your 12th house is your house of hidden enemies. These women have a astrological aversion to each other. And Meghan is always going to be, allegedly, entertainment purposes only, is always going to be an enemy of Catherine's, a double enemy. Her sun and ascendant are both in Catherine's 12th house. That gave me goosebumps when I saw that. I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, so I think we start to see the dynamic between these two women. All right, a little background on Catherine, Princess of Wales. She was born Catherine Elizabeth. I thought that was so interesting too. January 9th, 1982 in Bucklebury, Berkshire. Now, when she was 2, they moved to Amman, Jordan for I think it was a year and a half. I thought that was interesting as well. And then moved back to West Berkshire when she was 4 in 86. In 1995, Catherine went to Marlborough College in Wiltshire, and she studied chemistry and biology. Isn't that interesting? And this is going to be shown out in her chart as well, this deep, powerful intellect. Because that is actually very, very prevalent in her 3rd house. But anyway, we'll talk more about that when I get more into the chart and the reading here. So we're going to start with this Tarot of the Sacred Kingdoms. I really like this one. I like them all, of course. But let's go ahead and take a look at a birthday reading where I'm going to lay out a card in a typical fashion that I do for a 2020 or for a yearly projection. But each card is going to, instead of representing a month, it's going to represent the house. And we'll talk about what the houses represent as well. If you're not familiar with astrology, I'll try to give you a little bit guidance as I go through this. My mom was an astrologer for years, so I learned a lot about this growing up, and it's so interesting. But anyway, all right, so we're going to actually start shuffling, and I would like to take a look at Catherine, Princess of Wales, her birth date, her birth year reading. Whoops. Oh, goodness. Her reading for the next year. Based on her natal chart, her houses of her chart. So we'll take a look at this, and I'll try to mention what planets are in each of these houses as well. She's got a very interesting 3rd house. Explains a lot about Catherine, her 3rd house. Anyway, whoops. Looks like the cards are really, really wanting to talk about this. So I'll do just a little bit more shuffling here. I may not have to do a lot because they seem very, very eager to talk about this topic. So, all right. So let me go ahead and shuffle just a little bit more. This feels totally right. All right. I think we're getting close here. Yep. Okay. All right. We're going to go with this one here. All right. We'll go ahead and cut. Oh, interesting. All right. So let's take a look at Catherine, Princess of Wales. Her upcoming birth year, or birthday. How can I describe this? Oh, shoot. I did not mean to flip that one over. And it was in reverse. Okay, so we'll take a look at that one. That's going to be her 4th house. All right, 5th house, 6th house, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and I have to move these down a little bit. Make sure you can still see them. 11th, and and her 12th house. Here, let me try to get these here. There we go. All right, and then our underlying energy is going to be the 3 of Cups in reverse. Oh gosh, don't like that at all. All right, so the 3 of Cups upright is about happiness and joyfulness and just being happy and content. And in reverse, it's about wanting to be alone. Oh my goodness. So just wanting to be alone and having wanting your independence, just being by yourself. That's what, oops. Yeah, that's what this is. Okay, so this is the 3 of Cups. We're just going to prop it up here. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's our underlying energy for the reading. Wanting to be alone. Okay. All right, so the first house, and her first house is Leo. All right, so what do we have for the first house for Catherine's birth year or birth reading? The 4 of Pentacles. Okay, this is about seeking control of your life, and she wants to do it alone. She's trying to get her life under control. She's feeling like it can also deal with finances too. She's trying to get her financial affairs in order. She's trying to get control of it, and she wants to do it alone. She wants to have some control of her own finances. How interesting. I didn't expect that one. Okay. That's very interesting. It can mean control, savings, security, seeking control. Oh, seeking control of her own security? Oh, that's interesting. And she wants to do it alone. She wants to have, you know what? She wants to have full control over her security and her finances. I think this has more to do with her security. Oh, how interesting. Okay. All right. And so second house is your, the first house is your house of self, who you are. And then your second house is the house of finances, your financial security, your money. What do we have here? We have the 3 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so this is about playing it safe. And you have unexpected delays. You're feeling overcommitted. Again, she's wanting to play it safe, and she wants to do it. She wants to be independently playing it safe. And if she's going to have a delay, it's going to be because of something she's going to delay. She's going to put some delay on something to do with her finances. I wonder if she's protecting something. This feels like a protection mode. She's protecting some aspect of her finances, and she feels like she's overcommitted with it, and she wants to be the one who's going to make the call on it. Oh, wow. That's going to be interesting to find out what that's all about. All right. Third house. Okay, this is the house where Catherine is just got a loaded third house. She has Mars, Saturn, and Pluto in the third house in Libra. Holy F and F. Okay, with so many heavy planets in Libra, this is why she is so attractive, why she has such a great connection with people. And talk a little bit about this first. So in the third house, this is about communication, sharing, education, siblings. This is heavily about communications. This is why she is so pleasant when she communicates. Libra is just a very pleasant, beautiful, harmonious sign, and she has all of this in her third house. When you have Saturn in the third house, this is deep, powerful intellect, discipline with obligation. When you have Pluto in the third house, Pluto's about transitions, evolution, birth and death, revenge. Isn't that interesting? With the two together, you get, when you have especially two major planets in the same house and they're conjunct, because the ones that are conjunct here, let me say this real quick, it's Saturn and Pluto that are conjunct. Her Saturn is 21 Libra and her Pluto is 26 Libra. The Mars is 10 Libra, so it's really out of conjunction, but it's still there. But with these two planets, Saturn and Pluto conjunct in her third house, that makes her and let's see how I can say this word, a bullcrap detector. She can see through any bullcrap anybody's going to throw at her with communication, any way, in any shape, in any form. She's going to see through it. Wow. It's also, she's very quick to understand the story beneath the story. She can see what's going on, but she can see what the underlying energy is beneath it. And she also learns from experience. So when you have these two planets together in the same house, I started to say this, they just amplify each other's properties. So it makes it very, very strong. This is why she has such a deep, powerful intellect. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so for the third house of communications, what do we have here? Oh, the Nine of Pentacles. Wow, that's about wealth, abundance, prosperity. So in the avenue of communication, she has got it all. She's going to be able to communicate very, very, very well this year. And that's really her strength. Also with the with Pluto and Saturn in the third house, that also makes it so that she doesn't have the ability, she has the ability, but she doesn't have she is not able to, because of restrictions on her, to communicate when she wants to. She has to keep things under wraps. She has to keep a rein on what she says and when she says it. And this is part of being the royal family, right? Never complain, never explain. That's the Saturn and Pluto together in the third house. Isn't that so interesting how it all just works out? Anyway, she's going to be doing very well with communication this year. It's actually going to bring her wealth, bring her abundance and prosperity in the way that she communicates. And it also rules the internet too. Any type of communication. So, now there's an interesting thought. I wonder if she's going to have some project that she does on the internet or with some type of communicating that's going to bring her bring some project to her some financial wealth. Interesting. Okay. The fourth house is your house of home, your home life. What do we have for her home life? Ooh, the Nine of Wands in reverse. We're getting a lot of nines here. So nines in tarot are about things are very close to completion. Okay, so Nine of Wands, that's in reverse. That's about you're struggling. Upright, it's about a burden. And in reverse, it's about you're struggling and you're defensive and you've got a burden that's not yours. You're carrying a burden and you feel like you're under attack from the same people all the time. This is more of a fear than an actuality, but that's how it feels to her. She feels like she's continuously being attacked by the same people all the time. And she has to go it alone. I forgot to do it with this one here. And she feels like she's alone when she is under attack. She's not getting some support in some way. Oh, wow. So we're going to have to let the royal family and Prince William know you need to stick up for her more, or at least make it seem like you do anyway. All right. Okay, very interesting. And then for the let's go back to the third house here with the project that's going to bring her or some project of hers a lot of prestige, wealth, prosperity. It's something that she's going to initiate. She's going to do it, and it's going to be something that she's alone thought of. How interesting. All right, so now we're going to get to the fifth house, and this is the house of children. What do we have here? Nine of Cups, another nine. Nine of Cups reversed. Wow. This is the year of bringing things to completion. Projects and things that she has, they're all going to reach completion this year. Okay, Nine of Cups in reverse. This is about wishes not yet coming true. And sacrificing your health to realize dreams. So something to do with her children. She's working hard at helping her children realize their dreams. She's helping them. And I would think this has to do a lot with school. She's probably helping Prince George and Princess Charlotte, Prince Louis, helping them, working hard to help them with their own wishes to come true. And she's sacrificing her own health. She's going to be doing so much. She's going to sacrifice her own health. She's probably going to, not eat when she should, stay up, too late helping, just not getting enough sleep. And it's going to be centered around her children. So that's something for her to consider, because she's trying to do it all by herself. She's trying to do all this stuff by herself with the kids. Or at least she feels like she is anyway. Okay. Next, the 6th house is the house of health. All right, what do we have for the house of health this year? Oh, the 5 of Cups. All right, this is about regret, disappointment, feeling like a failure, feeling sad at your situation. Okay, so this is, she's going to be feeling that some health issue is going to come up, and she's going to feel like it's all my fault. I should have done this better. And it probably is going to relate back to back here, where she's helping the kids so much and she's putting her own health at risk. And now she's kind of regretting some of the stuff that she's done because it's going to affect her health. And again, she feels alone. She feels like it's not anyone's fault but her own. Oh my goodness. Okay. Interesting there. Your 7th house is a house of marriage and partnerships. So let's see what we have here. Marriage and partnerships. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at her chart while I'm doing this. I gotta flip over on some notes here. All right, let's see what we have here. All right, 7th house is the Page of Cups reversed. Oh, look, on the piano there, and that's sweet. Okay, so the Page of Cups reversed. This is about doubting your intuition, keeping ideas secret. You want to try something new, but you're not sure whether it's going to work. And this has to do with her marriage and partnerships. Some way she maybe wants to reconnect. Some ideas she has of reconnecting with William. Something that she's thought of herself. She's not sure if it's going to work, but she's thinking about it. Doubting her intuition, which I'm telling you, this woman yet never needs to doubt her intuition. She's got Mercury and Venus in this house, in the 7th house in Aquarius, conjunct. She'll never have to worry about doubting her intuition. She's always spot on. So this is just some self-imposed thought that she's put on herself on why she's doubting it, but she doesn't need to doubt anything. Not in this house, anyway. All right, so your 8th house. This is the house of your psychic ability. It can rule the occult. It can be birth and death, things hidden beneath the surface. And shared assets too, other people's money. So the 8th house, what do we have here for the 8th house? Oh, the King of Wands. She's a natural born leader. Yep, I don't have any doubt about that. Honor, prestige, nothing will stop to see her goal completed when it has to do with shared assets and finding things hidden beneath the surface. Isn't that interesting? Other people's money, mystical ideas. She actually may have some natural psychic ability. I don't see any planets in the 8th house, which is usually when you have, loaded 8th house, that's when you have your psychic abilities and all that. But she has a natural instinct. She has a natural instinct for things to do with birth and death and other people's money and things that are hidden beneath the surface. She can see things hidden beneath the surface with a natural ability. And she does it on her own. She doesn't need anyone else to help her do that. She's a natural born leader all by herself. We know that about her anyway. That's very, very apparent. If she doesn't know it, everyone else knows it. And Catherine, Princess of Wales, if you're watching, don't doubt yourself. You're good. You're totally good. You trust your instincts. All right. The 9th house. This can rule education and religion. Let's see what we have here. Higher learning. Oh, the Emperor in reverse. Ooh. Okay. So the Emperor in reverse is about dominating, excessive control, standing up to authority. So there may be something that I don't know if it's a religious aspect. Something that maybe some personal way of helping her reconnect with herself, or some introspection, some method of trying to connect with her inner self and her sense of religion she wants to try, and she feels like she's going to have to fight authority to complete that. Even maybe something to do with learning. Maybe she wants to take a course or something. I don't know. Something to do, or maybe an association with an educational institution she wants to become associated with, and she's going to have to fight to do that. Also, I mean, this also represents, this is the king. And I am very worried about Charles in this part of the year, in August, September. I am very worried about him. This can also represent that something may, knock on wood, allegedly entertainment purposes only, something may happen to the king. And it may have to do with religion, or at a place of higher learning. Even a church. Oh my goodness. That one kind of sets me back a little bit. I'm kind of worried about this time of the year for King Charles. Okay. Now we're going to get to the 10th house, which is your 10th of career and status. What do we have here? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So this is Catherine. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so this is about financial independence, self-care, a conflict with work and home. Oh my goodness. All right, so this may be she's suddenly being called upon to now take on a lot more work that's taking her away from home. She will have some type of conflict in balancing what she needs to do with work and her home life. And she's feeling very disoriented about it. And goodness, it may have to do something with something happening to the king. Knock on wood, allegedly, entertainment purposes only. He may have a health issue, or she may be taking on more responsibility to help him out, or something may have changed in whatever, to where she's taking on now more of a responsibility. And it's interfering, it's putting that work and home life in conflict. All right. The 11th house is about friends. What do we have in her house of friends? Oh, the moon. Oh, that's not good. All right, the moon is about lies, things not appearing as they seem, under the covers. So she is individually on her own going to have to be very careful with friends. There's some friend there, friend or friends, who are not what they seem. And it's a personal friend. It's someone individually that she is close with, or is going to be close with, or is introduced to. They're not what they appear. And there's some lie or deception there that she's going to have to be careful of. Oh, goodness. All right. And the 12th house. This is your house of hidden enemies. Things hidden in your subconscious. Your subconscious. Ace of Cups reversed. This is about repressed emotions. Upright, it's about passion and love and pregnancy. It can also, in reverse, it can also be miscarriage as well. But it's about repressed emotions. Trying to keep your emotions so under control that if you let them go, they'll be released in such a way you won't be able to control them once they're out. So this is about sadness and pain. Some personal thing having to do with her that she's very sad and very mournful about. And again, this is hidden enemies. Yeah, she's going to have to. So it may relate to a friend here that is telling her lies or telling her things are not as they seem, and she's going to find out about it, and it's going to cause her a lot of despair and sadness, and she's not going to be able to address it openly. She's going to have to deal with it by herself. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. So this is quite a reading here, a little bit more intense than I really expected. The big thing that I was just so interested in seeing was this dynamic with Markle and Catherine. I'm very glad that she has the ability to see through everything about her, and she always will. She will always be able to detect when Markle, allegedly entertainment purposes only, is trying to undermine her or deceive her or throw her under the bus. She'll never fall for it, just because of the aspect they have between their charts. So we'll wrap up here. First house, the Four of Pentacles. She's going to be concentrating a lot about her own finances and security, and she wants to do it by herself. She's going to be seeking to get control of her life, and she wants to do it herself. And then for finances, the Three of Wands, she's the Three of Wands reversed. She can be playing it safe. Be some unexpected delays, feeling overcommitted, but she's going to be doing that herself. She wants to get control of that. And then for communication, the Nine of Pentacles, she's going to be doing great in communicating, abundance, wealth. She's such a deep thinker. She does not have to worry about any way that she presents herself, because she presents herself beautifully in communication. And she might have a project that she's working on that she's going to bring her wealth, or her project wealth. It'll do very, very well. Her home life, she's struggling. She's defensive. She's got a burden that's not hers. She feels like she's under attack, but she's having to go it alone in her home life. And for her children, she's sacrificing her health to help them, to help their dreams come true. And she's hurting her own health, and she needs to balance that a lot better than she's doing. And then the health house, the Four of Cups, she is going to be regretful that she didn't watch her own health. She may, get sick, or just, under the weather. Your defenses just are very reduced when you're not taking care of yourself, and she's going to realize that here. And then for her seventh house, for her marriage, she has an idea that she wants to put into play. She wants to try something new, but she's not sure if it's going to work. So that's going to be kind of interesting to see. I wonder what's going to happen there. And then the King of Wands in the eighth house, she's a natural born leader. She does not have to worry about any of that. She can be by herself and be a natural born leader. She's not going to have to worry about her intuition or what's going on with anything hidden under the surface. Anything to do with wealth, prestige, other people's money, she doesn't have to worry. She's naturally going to know what to do. And in the ninth house here, and the Emperor, it's exalted in that house. I'm really worried about the King. Something happening to him, or something where she's going to have to stand up to authority in some way. But I'm really more worried about the King and what's going to happen here in this August-September time frame. And for her career, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this is her. There's going to be some kind of conflict between home and work, and she's going to have to find a way to balance it. And then in the House of Friends, there's going to be a friend that's going to be not what they appear, deceptive and telling her lies. She's going to have to watch out for that. And then for the 12th house, your hidden enemies, your subconscious, there's going to be some repressed emotions, and she's going to be going through a hard time here, maybe finding out this friend was not a friend at all, and that's going to cause her a lot of personal despair. So, all right, so that is my birth wrap-up for Catherine, Princess of Wales. I wish her nothing but the best for the year coming up. I think she's a wonderful person, and I truly admire the way she has handled herself and raised her children. From one mother to another, I think she's doing very, very well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like and share. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate all my subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, you need to subscribe because you know you love my channel. You're here watching, press that subscribe button and press the notification bell so you don't miss any readings coming up. Thanks again, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of the day. I'll have some more readings coming out later, and I'm working on that link for private readings. I'm having a little trouble getting that set up, but I will find my way through it. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.